Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Davis and Mike Cooper.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome.
So good to have you here. Thank you, Julie, James. And let's get at it. Jason is just dying to come out here and chat with you and perform. And hi to everybody around the world.
Hello.
This is awesome.
And you're all on camera, so if you have a serious scratch somewhere, just leave it alone for about 45 minutes.
I'm a little worried because they say the camera adds 10 pounds and we got 3 cameras. So,
yeah, okay.
Suck it in.
Are you ready to rock and roll?
All right, let's do this.
First of all, we would like to welcome you to the CHFI Rogers Theater. This is Aaron Davis, my partner in the morning.
Thank you.
And I'm Mike Cooper from 98.1 CHFI here in Toronto. Now, tonight we have a very, very special up-close and personal presentation. This one is not only broadcasting locally, as you know, but around the world on the web. And this is the first time we've attempted anything so grand, so what possibly could go wrong?
Look at that. We've got listeners, people watching us today in the UK. I know my folks, my family in California are watching. We've got Chile, New York. Look at that. Australia, Mike. What do we say in Australia?
G'day.
Exactly. Jason's
G'day,
fans
Mike.
are worldwide, and we're about to find out why.
And tonight we present one of modern era's most gifted troubadours. His musical journey has taken him from coffee houses where he started to stadiums all over the world. 2 Grammy Awards, 6 nominations already to his credit. His 3rd studio album, entitled We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things, was a blockbuster, as you know. The album's lead single, I'm Yours, was the song of the year and holds the record for being the longest-running song of history on the Billboard Hot 100, and he's here tonight in celebration of his latest album entitled Love is a 4-Letter Word. Ladies and gentlemen, Warner Music recording star, Jason Mraz.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How about these guys? These guys are working overtime right now. These guys get up at dark o'clock
to
entertain an entirely different crowd, because I'm sure you guys don't get up at dark o'clock. So thank you for working overtime to be here with us tonight.
It's so our pleasure, and you are truly one of the busiest guys in showbiz. I mean, when you're not making appearances, and tomorrow he's off to New York City, you're on the web, constantly using social media. How has this helped your career? Like these amazing people who are on Twitter following you, everybody watching your web specials, that amazing thing on YouTube that you did for Valentine's Day.
This is my mom, by the way. This is my mom and my aunt and my sister and my uncle. It really isn't that amazing. I just have a very loyal family base. You know, this came up throughout my career. When I first started 10 years ago, I didn't even have a pager yet. But I did get a pager for a little while, which became quickly obsolete, as technology does. But it definitely made things a lot easier. When I first started out, you know, I would have a mission statement or a message, and it would have to go through so many different people before it got to you guys. And it was like the game telephone. You're lucky if that message was the same by the time it got to you guys. It was always twisted somehow. So this gives me a chance to say exactly what I want to say. And obviously, like right now, we're going live around the world, and that gives me an opportunity to say exactly what I want to say and be who I want to be and be right here with you guys. So it makes it fun and easy for me.
And now they can hear you and see you and get your thoughts immediately, which is amazing, rather than having to wait a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I think that's so cool. Now, when you first started out, everybody's on a path in life, and everybody has a journey, I think, to their ultimate goal. And maybe you've already reached yours. Maybe there's more to go. But was there a time in your life that you could have taken another path and it wouldn't have led you to music?
Probably not.
Music all the way.
Music all the way. When I was a kid, this is all I wanted to do. It's all I ever knew how to do. It's what I was good at. It was my own little secret. I felt, you know, I always had this little place I could go to where I could create music or channel music. I always felt like it was a parlor trick. In college, I could just make up a song and entertain people. And I thought, this is very cool, and I don't want to ever have to have a real job. And it's funny because now I'm busier than I ever thought I would be, but I love it. I do love it.
Not only bringing the world together with music and a message of love and peace, but also saving the world too. And we're going to talk about his trip to Antarctica with Al Gore coming up in just a few moments. But why don't we start out with a song, and the song that really brought Jason Mraz into everybody's home, checking his tongue in the mirror. Don't you love that line? It's Jason Mraz, and he's yours.
Thank you. All right. I recently started performing this song in an entirely new tuning, which gives me the opportunity to just be a little more expressive in my style of playing it. And I learned this tuning online. Again, thanks to social media. I found a young man in Japan performing this song way better than I ever had. And so I studied this YouTube clip that I found, and I learned how he played the tuning, and I've been working on it ever since. So, yeah, it goes a little something like this. I think I use a pick on it. Happy little hippie song. Well, you done me in your bed, I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best. It's nothing gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Hell yeah, hey, Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find that the sky is yours. So please don't, there's no need to complicate. See, I just advanced to the ending there. That's the first time this has ever happened after singing this song like 1,000 times. That's all right, I'm still with you guys. I haven't blacked out completely. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment. People dance and sing. We're just one big family. It's our God intended right to be loved, 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 loved. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Do you want to come on in? Scooch on over closer, dear. Zoom dip, yeah. Whoa, oh, whoa, 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 yeah. Take on me. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backward just to try to see it clearer. But my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Yeah. I am yours. Okay. All right, let the people at home know you're here, so sing with me. Lover, lover, love. Hey, lover, lover, love. La 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 la. La la love, love, love. All right, just the girls. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Very nice, ladies. All right, this time only to the confident men. Here we go. That includes you at home now. Lover, lover, love. Lover, lover, love. La 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 la. You're very good at that. Ha 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 ha. Everyone. Ha 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 ha. Moo ha ha ha. Moo ha ha ha. Oh, I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Something like that. Thank you.
Jason Mraz. Wow. Special EP version of that song.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
was
you got to
awesome.
explain what's
Had a
in this
little moment
bottle
there.
here. For the folks on the web who can see this, those who are listening to the radio special, it looks like wine, but it's green. You want to explain that?
It is. Well, this has been growing in my swimming pool for quite a while
Yeah,
since I turned the filter off. It's actually chlorophyll. I've been drinking it for a long time. Oxygenates the blood, makes red blood cells very healthy, so I can stay super healthy and present everywhere I go.
He's 92, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
am.
Yep.
This stuff really works.
92.
So
Thank
do you mix
for
it with
revealing my
anything,
age.
or you
Just water.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
a little water and chlorophyll. Could be
It's
found
not
at
for
your
you, Mike. It's not mixed.
local
Sorry,
natural food market. It's actually quite tasty.
buddy. And you grow avocados. You have an avocado farm.
I do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, I just wanted to live out in nature. I just wanted to be out in the woods and listen to the owls and it just so happened that the trees all around my house were about 25-year-old avocado trees that were still producing fruit.
Wow.
So I decided to keep it going, and we've been transitioning the fruit to organic and now getting our neighbors on board to do the same, and it's a lot of fun, man.
So you're super healthy. You haven't had meat in a long time.
It's been a while.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
it's been a little while since.
Truly. Good
Yeah.
for you. Do you
Thanks.
feel great?
I feel awesome.
Oh, you look great.
Thank
well,
you.
maybe I'll just ask a few questions, just like one-word answers and questions. You know,
Okay.
it's very simple.
I
here.
like those.
Okay, a steak or a carrot?
A carrot.
Okay. Thought I'd start off simple.
No
Wine
problem.
or beer?
What was that question?
Wine or beer?
Oh, tea. I'm a tea guy.
Oh, you're not going to like any of these questions
Yeah.
then, you know. Cats or dogs?
Well, I have both. I have
Well,
cats, but I have two cats, so they win, I guess. One dog, two cats. So.
What kind of dog?
It's like a Dane.
All right.
Yeah, he was a rescue. He just kind of
Oh, good
showed up
for
in
you.
our neighborhood, and all the neighbors asked if we would take him in. So, her.
The ocean or the mountains?
Ooh, that's a tough one. You know, in Cali, it's beautiful. We have mountains and ocean in the same view, and it's stunning.
You'd love
Stunning.
BC.
I do love
Beautiful
BC.
province, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Feather or foam pillows? My wife told me to ask that
Yeah.
question. I
You
didn't
know,
want
that's
to.
interesting you should ask, because I've been sleeping on an air mattress for the last 8 months.
Oh, we've got an extra bed.
Yeah, and I've been shopping for an eco mattress. I want to make sure that what I get, you know, is responsible. You know, you own a mattress for a long time. I want to make sure that it's a good mattress. So if anybody has any suggestions, throw it up on that big
Throw them up
screen.
on the board,
this is so
absolutely,
cool.
yeah.
Want to drink some tea together, Rayanne wants to know.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Roller coaster
Rayanne.
or merry-go-round?
Oh, roller coaster.
Oh,
Any
there you
old
go.
day of the week.
Yeah, all right. Speaking of wild rides, let's talk a little bit about this trip to Antarctica you took with Al Gore. I mean, this is a guy who not only talks about, you know, doing things for the planet and you know, bettering humankind and spreading love and messages like that, but you are walking the walk. Tell us about that. Walk
Yeah,
the
and
talk.
it was a wild ride. I mean, in addition to the 3 flights it takes to get to the bottom of the planet, Ushuaia, Argentina, it also takes 40 hours of boat ride across the Drake Passage, which is a bit of high seas, and of course I got seasick instantly. So you just have to hang on and pretend you're listening to everyone on the boat, but really you're But no, that's not exactly true. I listen. For those 40 hours, they teach you what you're going to see, how you're going to act when you get there. Basically, like, don't pick up and squeeze the penguins because you really want to. And it looks like they want you to. They come right up to you, and their arms are out. So, and thanks to the scientists and researchers that are there who've been working there for 3 decades, they let you know how the land ice is melting rapidly. And the science is pointing that it's largely due to, at the rate that we consume and the rate that we burn energy all around the world, that's contributing to the warming of the planet. And so the threat that imposes is, sea levels rise, and it changes the climate dramatically. And most importantly, it could damage our water supply and our food system. If salt water damages our water supply, we're in big trouble. But I didn't come back from that trip to put doom and gloom and fear into people out, but I do want to just remind folks to live responsibly, to reuse, reduce, recycle, repair, repurpose, everything we can. And that's not a new message by any means. That message started probably in the 50s or 60s, but I think it's a 100-year battle, and I think we're barely halfway there. But as long as we just keep the conversation going, and as the world constantly is always changing and developing, growing, unfolding, there's nothing wrong with just adding a little push to make sure we change in the right direction, just so that, our kids, I sound cheesy when I say that,
no,
but
that's true. That's why you're doing it.
I'm probably going to have kids someday. I know people who are going to have kids, and I know people who do have kids.
I know people who would like to have kids with you right now.
Thank you, yeah.
Over here.
But he's just looking for the right mattress.
Lady
There
right
we
here.
go.
Awesome.
There we go.
I've practiced a few times. But
Well,
Yeah.
I love that you say your new
Practice,
album
practice.
is a family album because it's all about family planning.
Yeah.
So how about the latest single, Do You Not Just Love? The Woman I Love. We can't wait to hear about that. Was it written for someone in mind, or like some...
The Woman I Love?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everything I write is written for someone in mind, and how that's connected to myself. But at the end of it all, I honestly don't want any of these songs to be about me. Okay. I don't want to put an album out and people have to know who I am in order to listen and like the music. The goal for me is to create music that's from the heart, that anyone can listen to and go, that's from the heart, because I feel that too. I've had that same experience. And The Woman I Love is a song that I actually like to dedicate to the dudes, because I write a lot of love songs, but I dedicate to the dudes because, dudes, sometimes our women forget their greatness. They forget that they're awesome. And they beat themselves up, or they start to put themselves down. So it's up to us to love them back into the person we know them to be. All right.
What a great message.
I love you, Aaron.
All right. So. All right. Maybe I annoy you with my choices. Well, you annoy me sometimes too with your voice. But that ain't enough for me to move out and move on. I'm just gonna love you like the woman I love. We don't have to hurry. Well, you can take as long as you want. I'm holding steady, and my heart's at home. With my hand behind you, I will catch you if you fall. Yeah, I'm gonna love you like the woman I love. Sometimes the world can make you feel you're not welcome anymore. And you beat yourself up, you let yourself get mad. And in those times when you stop loving that woman I adore, you can relax, because babe, I got your back. Oh, I got you. to change you. You got it under control. You wake up each day different. Another reason for me to keep holding on. I'm not attached to any way you're showing up. I'm just gonna love you like the woman I love. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna love you. 'Cause you're the woman I love. Merci.
That was amazing. Thank you, Jason. Did you know that song was a hit? I mean, do you know a song is a hit, or you don't even think about whether songs are going to be hits? They just happen.
No, I don't think about that. I think it's got to give me goosebumps. It's got to make me feel good to want to play it a second time. You know? Yeah.
We have some great questions from CHFI winners here in Toronto who have joined us here in the theater. And Timothy, where's Timothy? Timothy, you asked a question, and we got a chance to ask it. Where are you, buddy? Sorry, there you are.
Hey, Timothy.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Timothy from Markham, and I would like to ask you, what would you say to people who want to pursue singing as a career and sing because it's their passion?
Well, if you want to pursue singing as a career, just sing, just sing, and be yourself. Do your best not to compete with anyone else or try to be like anyone else, and also don't wait for the business to come to you. Create your business just in wherever you are. So, like, if there's a coffee shop on the corner that you love to frequent, ask them if you can sing there. Or, I mean, depending on your genre of music, just find a home and go and sing there. And as long as you are truly fully expressed, I think people will gather and come and watch, and that business will build out from you rather than wait for someone to come to you first.
Thank you, Timothy. Thanks for that
Timothy.
question.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, here's a question from Amanda. Now, Amanda's going to get her microphone in just a second. And before she asks it, I can see down here, you can't see on the stage, but where Jason has all his pedals and everything, there's something that's imposed on a couple of things. And it says, what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
And that really kind of sums up who you are in so many ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Gratitude gets you to the next level, and it's, for me, it's a constant practice to just stay present every day and accept what's going on, whether it's an awesome high day or a day where I'm faced with any trouble or suffering, as every human goes through, And so I have this sticker on my pedals there that says, "What are you grateful for?" And I think it's a brilliant question to ask ourselves daily. It's certainly when we sit down to a meal, and I like to bring this up because we all have to do that. We all, whether it's once, twice, or 3 times a day, we all sit down and eat something. And I think it's important to be grateful for that food and maybe even ask, wonder where this food came from. And thank the farmers and the truck drivers and everything that went into it, and really become conscious of what you eat. And that then honestly starts to show up in the rest of your life. Like, you step away from that food, and then you start to become conscious of what else you're thinking and what else you're doing and where you're going. And suddenly it's like you're living in the Matrix, and everything is conspiring to work for you all of a sudden. And it's a fantastic thing. So
That, Jason, ties in with Amanda's question. Would you like to ask that, Amanda?
So basically, how do you stay so positive and grateful, as reflected in all of your songs, in a world full of so much negativity?
yeah.
Especially your exposure to the media constantly, because the Twitterverse is not always a nice place, is
And it
it?
can be mean. As you
Yeah.
know.
Always.
absolutely.
Yeah, there's always a
Sure.
comment or two that you can have 100 great comments, and then there's that one guy,
Yeah.
and that's the one that sticks with you.
Sure.
Absolutely.
What? He
That
does
is
not
him,
know
too.
me.
It's not just us, right?
Yeah, what's up with that? But anyway, hey, we're all free to do that and express ourselves in any way, and I almost forgot your question, but
How do you stay positive?
How do I stay positive? Well, I say thank you as much as I can. I mean, I haven't had a job since November of 1998, and And that's because I chose to go down this path. And now for a long time, I wasn't making any money, and it was the kindness of strangers and friends that would take me to dinner or take me to movies and give me some kind of life that would keep me on the path, which makes it so easy now to give back in the position that I'm in, because I see others that deserve to be lifted up as well. Also, how I stay positive is a choice. And I want to bring up the album cover for a second. Everybody, I think, is wearing it actually on their neck. These 4 shapes that appear in that order. I saw those shapes in that order about 2 years ago, and but long before I'd written anything for this album, and I saw love in those shapes, and I thought, wow, I'm seeing love in this, but it doesn't necessarily say love. It's just the basic geometric shapes we learned as a kid, and so I thought, if I can choose to see love in this image, I can choose to see love in someone else, or in the mirror, or in the world around me. And I wanted to explore that more, and that's really what this new album's about. But it's also the life that I choose to live. You know, I've gotten to the point through practice. If I get bummed out, I ask myself, why am I choosing to be bummed out today? And I do allow melancholy to exist in my life. Don't think I'm just always cheery and a big bright rainbow coming out of my ass everywhere I go, because that's not the case. I am a dark dude. But it is in those times where I make sure I don't identify with that negativity. I don't attach myself to it and say, well, I am negative, or the world is negative. I just observe what may be possibly negative, and then I choose to see what might be the inverse or the alternative to that. Namely, asking questions like, well, what are you grateful for? In a time of ultimate desperation, and you see a world that's fully negative, you can just say, well, what am I grateful for? And suddenly you're switched to a light, a brighter place, and that changes your whole day.
You've answered Carly's question, too, so thank you for that, and thank you, Carly. And we have some more, Mike.
Jay Kennedy, our web guy. We're getting questions all around the world. Jay, do you have one for us, please?
Actually, yeah. How many fedora hats do you own?
Yeah. You know, it's a few. I have a few. I honestly don't know. I do have a closet at home that has 2 stacks, and I don't know how high they're stacked, but quite a few. And then 2 years ago, when I got off the road after I'm Yours, I just started to let my hair down a little bit, and none of my hats fit anymore. So I keep it tied up tight, or I still put hats on when possible. I've been thinking about cutting it all off though recently, so you might see fedoras coming back. Who knows?
What do you think?
I don't know. No, you keep it? I don't know. As long as my mom keeps sending comments like, cut your hair, then, you know. My mom's that one person out of 100 good ones. There's my mom.
Always listen to Mom. Jay, any more?
Actually, yeah. A lot from Chile. You have a lot of fans in Chile, and somebody wants to know, what's the best dessert Trisha makes?
Hey, how about that, Trish? She's backstage probably making up a dessert right now. Trish is someone I travel with that if I have a completely busy day, she's the one that's out finding the natural food stores and the grocery stores.
Come on.
And on tour. This Trish, wave, everyone. Hey, Trish. When we're out in the full tour with the full band, and we're really like a circus out there, we do what's called shoga. I like to call it shoga. It's basically yoga right before the doors open in the coliseums or the theaters. So we'll turn on the big PA systems that we have with our favorite like yoga music, right? Which can be anything, honestly. Sometimes it's Radiohead, My Morning Jacket, and other times it's like really trancy, Hindu chanting and things like that. But anyway, we take liberties in that space, and we actually do our yoga there. And then as soon as we're done, they open the doors, and thousands of people run in and have no idea that they're actually standing over our sacred, sweaty space. But the desserts, the question was, what's my favorite dessert that you make? And I'm drawing a blank.
What is it?
Chocolate or devoted.
Oh, yeah, devoted's good.
What is devoted?
I am devoted. That's a raw coconut cream pie.
Sounds awesome.
All you need is 1 Thai young coconut, a little bit of soy lecithin to hold it all together, and some dates. And you just blend it all up, pour it out onto a bed of, dried coconut and dates, and that's your. Here I am telling you guys how to prepare a dessert.
There's a cookbook in the offing. We can
There
tell.
is. Actually, you know what? This recipe comes from Cafe Gratitude. Check out cafegratitude.com, and they're the most amazing raw desserts. You will be so shocked at the decadence and the deliciousness of these desserts and these foods that you have to do no baking. There's going to be no sugar, no eggs, no soy, no tofu, no flour, just all natural ingredients, and you're going to love it.
This guy never met a steak he didn't like. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
Jason, but you could convert him. It
Yeah.
sounds good. Now, by the way, hey, thank you to Carla for asking the question about superstitions before the show. I think we learned it with Shoga. So why don't we hear some more music? Do you think we can? We know you're on a schedule too, Jason. We would truly love to talk for hours. Honestly, this is so inspiring.
Me too.
It's inspiring. It's
It's
like
a coffee shop that's open all night. We could just all go there.
Oh,
Sure,
really?
yay!
Have some raw desserts together.
Yeah. And our morning show, I mean, we're up in 8 hours.
Yeah, you're
anyway.
on almost in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, so why don't we just stick around? All
We
right.
would love to hear I Won't Give Up.
Yeah. So many tweets about this being people's wedding songs and, special songs to them already.
Yeah, possibly did. Oh, check that out.
What is
Hear
that?
that? Listen. Well, I have a recording device. Check this out. Merci. That's from the end of our last performance that we did. At the end of the last song, yeah. Merci.
We should all have a button we can push and get applause, Jason. I think that would make for a happier world, too, don't you think?
So it's a recording device that you'll see at the end of the song I use so that I can sing my own background parts at the same time. Because it adds an element of danger to the song. Because if my boot hits the wrong button, the whole thing is screwed up. All right, here we go. This is a song that this is now. When I look into your eyes, it's like I'm watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn, some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. No, I won't give up. No, I'm not giving up. If the sky, I am tough, rough. I am loved. We're alive, love. We are looking up, and we're worth it. No, I won't give up. No, I won't.
Right.
Thank you.
So beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful song, man. Wow.
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. Hope we got to most of them. Thanks for your tweets on the World Wide Web. Don't forget, love is a 4-letter word coming out in April and just worth the wait. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
yourself
you
with
very
us
much.
tonight.
Ladies and
guys.
gentlemen, Jason Mraz.
Thank you. It's very kind. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And give it up for these guys. Doing a great job every morning. And for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. No. So, yeah, thanks again so much for listening all these years, or even just these last couple of days, whenever it is you discovered the music. I appreciate it. It's fine with me. And I acknowledge you for making great choices in your life, because, I mean, if you've landed here tonight, you're making great choices in your life. And obviously, this kindness that you showed us is easy to show this kind of kindness to your friends and your neighbors, so just keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Jason Mraz.
If you had to strive through art and music to a deaf person, what would you create to show them? This mic is still on. If you had to describe through art your music to a deaf person, what would you create to show them? Yeah, that's a good question. I've never thought about that. Through art. Well, interesting you should say that, actually, because that's something we're actually working on figuring out right now. My sister works at a school. It's called School of Performing Arts in the Richmond community. It's based in Richmond, Virginia, where I was raised, and interpret the music, the way they're hearing it, the way it's in the room with them through the vibrations, and it's pretty profound. My sister's been sending me videos of how it's going, and it's not just limited to children who are deaf. It's bringing in, I don't know, 50 to 75 kids with disabilities, of all different kinds of disabilities, to express themselves through art. Some kids are going to be painting with their feet while they're dancing. And kids who have extraordinary talent in music but have never been given the opportunity to be on stage to create music or perform their art. And so myself and a few other Virginia-based artists are going to be there to perform live while these kids express themselves. But I honestly don't know how to answer that question that just came up. What would I present? Sign a song. You know, I just got sent to me the ABCs in ASL, and so I'm working on that at the moment. Thank you. So yeah, I would say, I guess signing a song would be one way to do it. Yeah. So Thank you for these amazing questions. Does anyone else have any questions in the room while I'm still standing here? Yeah. When am I coming back to Toronto? Good question. We're going to announce our tour dates in April. So I believe we're coming back here in around September time. But it's, you know, give or take a month or something. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to your wife. Oh, happy birthday to you. What's your name? Hey, Kristen, happy birthday to you. I love that. Anybody else here have a 2012 birthday? Took you a while. Awesome. Happy birthday to you and to all this year for having birthdays. Very cool. Yeah, on the back. Do I sing in other languages? I've been fortunate to have a few of my songs translated. So I would say, Suerte que despierto junto a ti. Suerte que sentí lo que sentí. Suerte que regresas para mí. Suerte. Muchas gracias. Para preguntas. Sí. Anything else? Yes? You guys? Coffee too, or just tea? You know, just tea. Just tea. Coffee makes me crazy. Yeah. I drink mate, actually, which is spirited. It's a tea that really gets you going. If you've ever wanted to wean yourself off coffee, try mate, yerba mate. That's good. David's tea? Who's David? Will he allow this? Okay. All right. I like ridiculous things. Yeah, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Well, you know, honestly, the album title was, I mean, it's bittersweet, and honestly, I couldn't let an album title opportunity go by without making some kind of silly or sarcastic or tongue-in-cheek kind of remark about it, because while I think love is a serious topic, I also want to remain light in my seriousness. The album title was the very, very, very last thing I put on, because I had the artwork 2 years ago, and then through the artwork came the concept of the album. But it was always just called The Love Album, The Love Album. And then at the very last minute, I said, I don't know what love is, man. Love is a 4-letter word, and there it goes. Yeah. All right, I got time. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. What language was that? Yeah, Espanol. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah. Okay, one more question here. Yes, sir. Cafe Gratitude. CafeGratitude.com. I highly recommend these cookbooks because there's no cooking involved. It's just throw the ingredients together and be wowed. Yeah, awesome. So thank you guys so much. I got to sneak out of here. I'm taking my chlorophyll with me. All right, good night.
I know I will